So it's the first time I'm here that it rains, so it's kind of good to see where the leaks are in the roof. I can feel that the wood is soft, so it's been leaking here for a while. And that's what's causing the spot on the floor, so it's good to have a bucket here when I'm not here. Yeah, you can see it goes in here. I put the sponge here so I could locate where the wet spot was. So in the middle of the roof here you need a few layers of stone so the water goes both ways. So I'm gonna add some layers here. Yes, it is. Did you get up well with the leaves and everything?
So I thought with the forecast that they gave us that this might now be happening. With the sea, the Tyrrhenian Sea is still warm, so it still fills the air with moisture, and then it meets the cooler air, and so you get a vortex of rain coming our direction. It doesn't happen every year, but happens frequently. When it happens usually in the fall when the sea is still warm. I thought rocket stoves were a cool option because I looked at how people were building them and said, even I, as not a builder, I can do that. Or I was hoping I could do that. And then in the research I came across a guy from Ireland who basically did a hybrid of a masonry heater, which is, I think, typically what you would call a stove like this. Is we have in Austria, in most of the living rooms, or not, traditionally we have masonry heaters. And you heat it once, and that's the problem with the cooking sometimes, is if you want a stove for cooking, and you maybe cook at noon and in the evening, then you would fire twice a day. The traditional ones in our place you can't open, you actually close it. When it's now at this stage where there's no more flame, if there's no more flame, you actually lock it off completely. There's no more air going in, and so you don't have any air that still moves through the thing because there is no, it has a sort of the pressure, I don't know how you can. So you have the air moving through the fire, moving, there's actually sort of that's why it's sort of a rocket stove. It has a system and then goes into flues that go through the thing, heat up this stuff. I use the cheapest material inside also, like fire bricks. And this is Adobe.
So first goes down and then the last time it goes up.
Actually this is the whole top part is just a bell, meaning there's an opening and hot air can go in and there's just no other way out, but it sort of heats up. I thought it was an easy way to extend the surface. But so actually the flue goes in from the backside here, then goes down, back, over there, and then goes up.
So it sort of goes around and then it goes to the chimney.
And then goes to the chimney. Sometimes people, when they hear that I called it Saint Onofrio, and if they know something about Saint Onofrio, they go like, I see, you want to have a beard like Saint Onofrio. Mm-hmm. But the reason really is that the first hermitage that I really fell in love with, where sort of I sat in front of it thinking of maybe this would be an awesome life. This was 15 years ago, so in the Abruzzi region in Italy. There was just this old rock overhang with a grotto and run-down buildings. There was no tourism, nothing there. And there was a little brook, and I sort of saw the garden, and it was a sunny day, and I was like, wow, this would be a life. And I was serving in a parish at the time, so a completely different life. But I fell in love with the idea as a romantic, even though it's not always romantic. But so Saint Onofrio became the namesake, and of course he's depicted here. So this will be Thursday. Friday is obviously the death of Christ. You have the 7 last words of Christ depicted here.
different place. It was a storm yesterday. A lot of wind. And it swept all the leaves from the trees. All the brown leaves. I mean, I photographed it yesterday. It was like a fairy tale landscape with all the red. Like the brown red leaves. They're all gone. It's winter now. It's so strange. So beautiful too. It was a southern wind, so it's still here. So it's a little bit warm. So I was afraid the solar panels would be swept away because it was storming, but luckily it was a southern wind, so the wind came from the top of the hill. And then it sweeps over the panels. If it would come from the other side, it would be a problem. The first snow on the peak. It's beautiful. It's like a painting that has changed. The painter has worked a bit on, put some snow here, take off the leaves, change the colors. It's really beautiful to witness. There's been so much change in this month. I've been a month here. It started green and then it changed all the colors. And now, like a day before I'm leaving, it just did a final change. Okay, this is the introduction of winter.